work from the white. Bitch, you want that real nigga shit? Look in my eyes.
On another episode of Black Wave, man, we got Briar's finest, man, Jugglord in the building, man. What's going on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What's good,
bro.
man? Jugglord, aka DTH Jug. Y'all know I'm repping that DTH shit.
Yeah. So like, where did jug come from? Like, what does that mean to you? Like, you feel me? Like, what does it mean to jug? Like, for the people like who not from Florida, you feel me?
Shit, man. For the mean to jug, well, see, I say Jugglord cause I'm Jugglord. That mean I could jug anything. I'm a jug whatever my hands touch. I could get it off. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was.
Okay. So what you like, a sweater or something?
Nah, I don't do no scams. I don't do none of that shit. I try to, you know what I mean, keep it where I know how to keep it.
Okay. Like, but what is the sweat though? Like, for people who not from Florida, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like everybody be screaming the sweat. They got, you know what I'm saying?
A nigga scream dread. You know, I don't know about a lot of, you know, scams and stuff like that. I don't do scams. That ain't my thing, you know what I mean? I hustle and I grind for everything I got.
Okay, alright, that real, hell yeah. So you were just saying, you represent DTH, like, what does that mean?
Down to hustle.
Okay, down to hustle. Okay, like, so who's all part of that? And like, is it like a record label?
It's not a record label. Down to hustle is some shit that started from childhood. You know, one of the older homies who died, he started down to hustle, and his brother, me and him, we've been down since 2nd grade, so we actually like.
Okay, so everybody
we
basically
made that
locked
thing.
In. Okay.
He died, and we made that thing big. You know what I mean? We wanted to live it up for him. Noodles, my brother Noodles, man, he died, so we wanted to live it up for Noodles.
Okay. So like, would you ever make it into like a record label, like?
No, I actually have a record label. It's Forever Global.
Forever Global.
Yeah,
Okay.
LLC.
All right. Okay. Like, so do you have like any artists under you right now, or like? In the process of looking.
I don't have any artists under me right now. I mean, I still work with an artist that was previously under me, Tofi. You know, I did a feature with Trapland.
Okay. All right. Okay. So like, I see you got a strong like team. Like, it looks like everyone really like supporting the movement. Like, how is it important to have like a team like that?
Well, everybody supporting the movement, bro. That's cause you know what? I always supported everybody who was around me. Everybody who was around me, I supported. So them supporting me, it don't come as a surprise because I already know like that's what I deserve from them. The support. You know, I always supported the person.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, I see everybody really like locked in. You feel me? Like, it's real. So like, I see you going hard. Like, you feel me? For a few years now, you've been doing your thing. Like, dropping music, videos. Like, what's the difference? Like, I see things definitely picked up for you. Like, what do you think has changed for you in the past to like now?
Okay, so from the past, which like
when you first started to like right now, basically. Like, what do you think?
Well,
really
when I first started, I wasn't really like doing everything serious because I was so deep in the streets. I wasn't doing everything serious. When I really started picking up and being serious with music, I want to say it was like 2015, 2016, around that time, 2015, 2016, because like that's when I was really like trying to do shit. So around that time, that's when I first started popping out, and then I end up doing a lot of big ass shit, bro. Like, I did a video on a yacht. I did like, you know, I was pushing myself, so everything I do came independent.
Right,
I was pushing myself, and then like from there, I went from there. I had focused on the business, and I actually started meeting artists. And then like that's when I had met X and them, so it kind of exploded my space on the like the scene.
Okay, so like, so basically, once you really started taking things seriously and started doing things on a different level, you feel like that's when things really changed for you. Okay, so like when you was first coming, like, did you see the people really supporting you? Like,
Never.
You never really felt the support.
Nah.
So like, do you think like there's support in Broward in general? Like, do people really
There's support in Broward. You just gotta find out who really gonna take your music and listen to it for what it is, and not like judge you from where you came from or like what you doing at the moment or what they see you going through, some shit like that. Cause that's how Broward is. Broward only support like they want to jump behind waves.
Right.
And I feel like we need to get off of that. We actually need to come together more and show love, you know, to people coming up and doing shit instead of jumping on waves, bro.
Like basically building our own
Broward, bro. Everybody looking down here.
Right.
You know what I mean, Kodak stamped. He like right now, Kodak stamped, bro. Everybody looking down here, so all it takes is for all of us to come together. And you know, I've been working with like Kodak artists and stuff like that. I'm close to him. You know, I know Jacoby and shit like that. So Kodak, like, he right around the corner. You feel me? So
right.
I just feel like Broward need to like let Broward come together, and everybody else need to come to Broward to get this shit going. You
Okay,
feel
so speaking on Broward, so do you feel like we have that platform coming up?
We got that platform right now. Like, I see a lot of people in Broward starting to come together. We just need to make it more like, instead of it being like, I want, like, you know, Pumping No Lauderdale to come together.
Right, so it's a competition. So you're basically trying to say it's still competition, basically.
It's not competition. Hell no. It's just, everybody need to realize that what we all got to offer together would make Broward strong as fuck, because there's a lot of artists out here that's hard as fuck. So if Broward would come together and do our shit for Broward, we would already we'll have every record label down there. Right now we got a lot of them, but they'll be down here picking up a lot more artists if we came together. You know what I mean?
Right, correct. Now I definitely feel that. Like, I feel like a lot of record labels are, you know, tapping in with like Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and a few other cities in Florida in general.
In, like around that area in Orlando, like we're at, like Orlando and like around wherever, like SCY, Wiz having, you know, them boys wherever they from, they tapped in over there.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
looking like Broward, like they're basically like independent more. Like a lot of I would say like a lot of our Broward artists are more independent.
A lot.
Would you agree to that?
I feel like they need to come together. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to be so, oh, you know what, I'm the richest nigga in Broward. More like, yo, if all those rich niggas need to come together and let's make this shit prosper. Let's make Broward the name of Florida. Like, you know, I'm from Miami. I was born down there, but I rap Broward like I was born here. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, girl.
So I feel like we need to make Broward. Yo, when people talk about, when people always mention Florida, they always say Miami.
Yeah,
you know, because Miami, that's the vacation spot, you know, and I love that shit. But I mean, I left there young, so it was like when I came to Broward, I seen more to life than just dying and drugs. You know what I'm saying? So when I came up here, it was about getting money, and that's what Broward stand on. Like, they know Broward for getting money, bro. Like, we could talk a lot about, you know, spending and beef and shit, but mainly we get money in Broward. Like, when I moved up there, like, my cousin and all them know, oh, yo, y'all boys get money out there, cause I already know, like, that what y'all stand on. They used to try, like, back when we first moved up here, they used to try to say little coward shit, but now they know we handle business up here in Broward. We standing on what we, you know what I mean?
So what kind of changed though? Because, like, speaking on how, you know, back in the days people used to really like look down on Broward, where it was just like Miami was the face. Like, what do you think really changed to where like Broward really is like damn near the face of Florida?
Kodak.
Okay. You feel like Yak really like made that change.
Broward. So now, like, I just feel like Broward need to, like, I want to be real, like, you know, my mama them grew up with like daddy treating them and shit, and I fought with them heavy, but like, Yak really, like, he really made a name for Broward County. Like, he one of the biggest artists in Florida today.
Right, and still
name somebody bigger than Yak in Florida.
No, that's definitely real. I mean, shit.
Not that he not worldwide, but when you think Florida, you think Kodak. You know what I'm saying? And that's big.
So why do you feel like Yak was? Because right now we're still waiting on the next upcoming, like, to reach Yak level. Like, why do you feel like only Kodak has had the game on lock for so long, and we haven't really seen, like, we've seen other artists, Roy Frank and different artists really trying to come up, but never really reached Yak level.
Being real and authentic, like, you know. Like, I'm not saying a lot of niggas ain't real and authentic, but like the way that Kodak presented it, that, bro, he down there like Cheeky, bro. When he came in the game, he was so young, like, you had to think like, damn, bro, buddy living that lifestyle he talking about, and like all this time to pass by, and we know that's what it was. You feel what I'm saying? So he was never capping in music. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that he just stepped on Florida, he deserved it because
Right.
he wasn't counting. Buddy came in the game young, and now he where he at now, and he's still living and doing what he said.
Okay, that's real. Now, so do you feel like there's a lot of rappers from Broward or just Florida in general who do like who are making music but don't really live that lifestyle that they're rapping on? Like,
Nah, like the thing is, a lot of people won't like say it, but like Florida rappers, they living what they doing too much, and they
okay,
not
so
they not
they living it too. They doing they're basically self snitching. If you
nah
wanna,
they not self snitching. They're living this shit so much, and they're talking it in their music because that's what they're living now. This shit is getting them fucked up.
okay, now that's definitely real. So like name like the top artists in Florida or Broward that you feel like have the potential to get on that level.
The top,
Your top five.
I don't want to name a top five.
Okay.
I just say this like this, bro. If everybody came together and kept that shit real, bro, cause like I said, we stand on getting money, so we know all of us got money. You feel me? Everybody need to just keep that shit real and come together. Being real and authentic, bro, you can't fake that. You can't fake that shit. So if everybody was real and authentic and they come together, like Broward would pop off because there's a lot of real and authentic niggas here. They just ain't came together yet and made a stamp. Like, you know what, Kodak not the only rap out here. There, like Pompano's not the only city that produced a big ass star. Out of Broward, there was Lauderhill, Lauderdale, Davie, Hollywood, Miramar, Margate, all those areas, Coral Springs, like Lauderhill. Me coming up, like I was living in Lauderhill since I was 17, so like I rap Margate and I rap Lauderhill too, cause I was over there at 17, I had my own apartment, went to school over there, I know a lot of niggas over there, and like I feel like that's like home too. You feel me? Niggas respect me for who I am over there, and they know I stand on business, and I respect that they stand on business over there too. And there ain't no pussies over there, ain't no fuck shit. I understand that, when I came up, I had this mentality like, yo, I don't give a fuck what this hood over here is, I'm me. I got jumped in school and shit about that shit, but they respected that I always faded and never, turned out in a fight.
Right,
I stood on business no matter how many people it was or nothing. And nowadays, like, I still fuck with these people now and we talk. They respect me because of that shit, you feel me?
Okay, now that real shit. So like you were saying, you've been linking up with a lot of different artists. You know what I'm saying? I seen you with Slump Guys, Sycjimm, and like, do you have any new music coming up with them? Like,
I got music coming with Sycjimm. I got new music coming with him. I got new music coming with NFL 2 too as well. That's Kodak artist.
Yeah, correct.
I had to show love,
So like, how did all those connections happen? Like,
to be honest, NFL 2 I was in his video, and me and him connected at the video. Feel me? I was in his video, the one he did with Kodak Ammunition. I was in the video, we connected, and then after that, like, we always stay connected on the gram. I told bro, you know what? I have emotion. Let's do some shit before a nigga get a major. Cause my plan was always to go major.
Right.
I've been independent for so long that I can handle, waiting till that major come through and say, hey, here you go. You've been working hard, and that's what I'm trying to present this year.
Okay, yeah, that's real shit. Like, and we also see, you tapped in with Trapland. Like, you got any new music? You got music with him?
Me and Trapland just talked this week. We actually finna drop some shit and do a video to it. So, like, I just had a phone call today with my dog. They fuck with each other. He told me today, like, yo, we gonna drop next week. We gonna do a song and we gonna do a little video.
Yeah, okay. So like, what's y'all relationship though? Like, are y'all been close together? Y'all just meeting? Like, what's the relationship status on that?
My dog DJ, he was fucking with Trapman. He was fucking with Trapland. And then I I was listening to one of my artists, Tofi. One of my artists, Tofi. He he had a song and I was like, yo, Trapland fit perfect on this. And because he was tapped in one of the people I knew since 2nd grade, I was like, man, let me call that nigga and see if we could get them to do a feature on this, because he really would turn this song up. I called buddy and he was like, yeah, we could get the feature. You know what I mean? Y'all boys just paid a little fee. At the time, we all like, you know, the little fee ain't nothing. We having a little bit of motion, so let's do it. We gave him the little fee. He came through, recorded this song in like 20 minutes. He came through, recorded the song in 20 minutes, showed love, did the video. And you know what I mean? We bought out a big cameraman, Joe Low, who shot my single. He was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, yeah, so that's real. So like, do you see like yourself like getting a project with Trap, or do you feel like, or yeah, basically like a whole project with
we
him?
home team, so whatever he wanna do, we can do it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do this single in a couple. We gonna actually probably do two, three songs, but we gonna do a single with a video next week, like I said, and we probably gonna record like 3 songs. I'm gonna have them bitches in the clutch for sure.
Alright, now that's real shit. Any new music coming out? Any projects?
Next week I got 100 Pack dropping next Friday, so y'all can look out for that. You know, that's one of my songs that I was holding on to, 'cause I love that little song. So y'all fuck with that.
Okay. And no mixtapes, no projects?
I ain't dropping no projects right now. Like, I got 100 Pack dropping next Friday, and then like maybe 2 weeks after that, I'm gonna drop Slimy, the video that you came to. I'm gonna drop that song. And then I'm looking forward to, like, you know, just like pushing that single and getting that shit pumping in the streets, because you know that shit is hard.
Okay. So like you did mention you tapped in with X and everything like that. So like, how do you feel about the whole murder trial and like the whole situation with X and how that went down? Like, what's your perspective on that?
I haven't really kept up with the murder trial, because you know what, I accepted his death when he died. You know, the murder trial is just something to convict the people who did it.
Right.
I ain't worrying about that. They had got caught. He dead. So you know what? I just still celebrate that I met that man, and he would have been a legend for sure. He would have been on another levels that people can't describe.
Yeah, I feel like if he was still alive, that probably would have
His
been
versatility was so like unique. You couldn't even put a stamp on him.
Nah, that's real. Like besides, I mean, Kodak, he was probably like the only other artist that actually got to that level. So it was definitely sad that you know, he had to pass away. So like, how was it growing up in Broward though? Like, for the people who might not know.
Okay, so I grew up in Broward. I grew up in Margate, and that's like in between North Lauderdale, Pompano. And, you know, they always look at it like a suburban neighborhood, but one thing about it, when you look at that neighborhood, they know it stand on business. You know what I'm saying? It stand on business, and getting money from that neighborhood is not a surprise. Niggas know, like, oh, yo, when you speak on them Southgate DTH niggas, you know that's money. You ain't thinking nothing else. Yeah, and my reputation stands for itself. Niggas ain't like pressing me in the streets about what I'm talking about or saying and shit, because I'm living this shit. I ain't worrying about like, oh, if I gotta go to a nigga hood, because I'm tapping in. I'm tapped in, first of all, and I'm tapping in. I'm not worrying about, oh, this nigga checking in. Nah, I'm not checking in. I'm tapped in with the street niggas in every city, and that's my plan. I ain't, a nigga can say, oh, what, you paid them niggas? I ain't paying nobody. If I'm tapping in with the street niggas in the city, and if they need love out there, you know, they need some way to get this money, I can show them. And that's what I can do.
Okay, hell yeah, that's real shit. There's not too many people you know, go out there and really show love like that, but that's real. So like, I see North Lauderdale really like on fire right now. Shit, like damn near on the news every day. Like, has it always been like that hot?
North Lauderdale, I don't want to say it hasn't always been hot, but nowadays it's way more hot. Cause you know what? I used to be in a lot of there around 10 court and all that shit. And I knew a lot of niggas who hustled on that side, but you know, they did go through static. And that static is always, when you're in the streets, that static gonna come. But
right, correct.
The way it's happening now, and like the younger generation, and like they're killing each other. Not that, like, you know, they might think it's a game, like niggas gonna respond, but when you kill somebody, they gone forever. You see what I'm saying? And like back then, we used to fight and shit. We like, yeah, like, you know, we had guns and shit, but fighting was like how you prove. Like I fought a lot of I fought a lot of like my childhood homies, and like we tight to this day. We still chill together, like we homies, and that's how you like prove. You know what? This is how you know a nigga get out. He's fading. That nigga can fight. That's a real nigga. And you know what? Like I said, I fought a lot of my homeboys, and we're tight to this day. So yeah, you could be friends with a nigga you fight. When you kill somebody, they dead forever. You can't bring that back.
You can't never really like just cool the temperature down.
Yeah, you can't cool that down. You can't bring it back. And now, until we get back, it ain't nothing. It ain't no stopping the beat. And if we get back, y'all gonna get some get back. And that shit gonna go on until I guess somebody die off.
Yeah. Shit, that's real. And that's like basically what's going on right now. It's like then a war zone right now.
A war zone. You know. Like I was just living there North Lauderdale not too long ago, and somebody died from right across the street. Somebody died right across the street. Actually, somebody died within a month twice across the street.
Yeah, that shit definitely be going down, man. Like, that shit, North Lauderdale definitely be slept on. A lot of people that definitely be, you know.
Don't sleep on North Lauderdale. North Lauderdale, like right now, North Lauderdale standing on business. They're not gonna back down.
Yeah. Now, shit. Would you like? All right, so a lot of people wearing gold, or you know, a lot of like golds or diamonds in their mouth. So like, which one would you prefer, plated or perms?
Permanent for sure.
Okay.
You know, like you know, that's a brown thing. Like, ain't no flagging with the pullouts. If you gonna do it all the way.
Right. Yeah. Never mind. Hell yeah, that's real now, dude. So like, I see you have the clothing line. So let's talk a little bit let's talk about that real quick. Like, is it already out?
We haven't put out anything. We've been like super busy working on like my singles, and like actually just moved. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a lot, and like that was right in the middle of like when I seen you over here doing the video till now. Like a lot of that stuff been happening. So like really, I think I did like 4 videos since I last seen you, and I'm still waiting to get a few. I haven't gotten out one of them back yet, so I'm still waiting to get them back. But I'm still like dropping shit, so I'm waiting on 4 videos. I'm dropping that video I'm dropping Friday, not even included. I'm waiting on 4. So I got 5 videos in the clutch right now, and I'm waiting on 4.
Wow.
So I'm gonna drop 100. I'm gonna drop 100 pack next week, and I'm waiting on my next single. But I just talked to them today. I have it Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, but we see, man, you been really like putting in that work. Like, do you get tired at any point, or feel like you want to stop and you know just have a vacation? Like,
I mean, since I last in the process of it, it's like you got to figure out a way to deal with it. So like I had to step back and pull the people in that actually love me around me, so I could like balance that shit. Like the fake love, I could know how to. That's not real love. And you know, the real love that's around me, this is the real love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's real. So, like, you know, of course, we see you have emotion, and like, do you feel like people, like, are, I wouldn't say leeching on you, but do you feel like a lot of people are more attracted to the fact that you're getting money, you're having emotion, or do you feel like
because the people that's around, they was around when I was broke. So, it's not like, oh, the money shit nowadays is changed, because when I was broke, like them same niggas was around, like giving me rides and shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me record in their studio, or like, you know what I'm saying, looking out. Like when I wasn't nigga, I wasn't too like motion in high school, or when I got out of high school. I want to say like the first couple of years, I didn't even go to college. I had went to college probably like 2 years down the line, and then I went there for like the first half, and I left it because that shit wasn't for me.
Okay.
So after that, I just went straight, grind mode.
Okay. So do you feel like that's when like you really started taking the music seriously?
No, I was actually in the street deep around that time. After that, I was like, what, let me do this street shit. This is what's gonna get me the money right now.
So like, at what point of time did you really like be like, okay, I'm gonna really like take this music seriously. I'm gonna go all out, and nothing finna stop me. Like, at what point of time was that?
2020.
2020. Okay. And how was that for you? Like really, I wouldn't say jumping off the porch, but like really jumping in, like okay, trying to leave the street shit alone and really, being like,
starting a business the year before, my business was prospering. In 2019, my business was prospering. So entering 2020, I had enough money to like, really get that shit a lot. And I was giving it a lot, but I was spending the money on dumb shit, and it wasn't getting me forward in the industry.
Right.
So when I was like, let me sit back real quick and figure out where to put the money at. And my business had like slowed down a little bit in 2020 because COVID had hit hard. But like towards the end, I had started back popping it off because they needed cleaning shit, and that's what my business was doing. So
right.
We was cleaning shit, so I had started popping off at the end of 2020. So entering 2021, I was going up. COVID was still in, I was going up, and I came in that year. Let me handle business.
Right.
Business is giving me this cheese right now, and I'm gonna focus on the business side of the music. I'm not gonna drop nothing this year. What I'm gonna do is focus on 2022. When 2022 hit, I started making everything come together, all my peoples, all that. And then like I did a couple of little things in 2022, but then I still like dropped maybe, I didn't drop, but I had got on a few people's stuff and they dropped. Then I like came crazy starting 2023 because I already handled the business for so long. Like I know stepping into this shit, I know where to put the money at.
And that's very
where to
important.
put the money at, promoting myself, my image is together. I got the right people around me that's helping me move forward. It's like, how do you be stopped? And you got great music that people can relate to, that you talking that real shit.
So you basically feel like you really understand the music side of the business side of the music.
Yeah,
and
the business side of the music and the music side of the music. Because what I'm talking about, I ain't giving you nothing else. I'm gonna give you what I lived, and that's what made me a real rapper. Cause like a lot of people could say they live this shit, but it might have been like something that you temporarily lived. But I've been living that shit damn near like really like half of my life or a little more. You know what I'm saying? So it like living that street shit for so long and finally getting into business and legit shit is like, yo, this man really like elevating.
Yeah, that's definitely important. So like, do you like where you're currently at right now? Do you feel like, or any point in time, do you feel like you've made it in the music, or you are like you accomplished things that?
Cause you know what, I don't got a hit record yet that's smashing around yet. But I'm not pressed about like trying to temporarily have a hit that blow up, on some quick shit, and I'll be a one-hit wonder, and people be like, can he make another hit that's as big as this? Or like a TikTok dancing song that I can't make again. You know what I mean? I'd rather give you something that I've been working on for a minute and you can understand and relate to what I am. So when I do drop it, you do grasp my music, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to listen to this guy because I can relate to him. Everything he's talking about is the truth. Everything he's doing, he's living, or he lived. and that's what I kind of want to, follow.
Okay, no, that's definitely important. So like, as far as the music, and you saying that you don't want to just make a hit, right? You want to basically have like that. You want to have a lot of substance, a lot of
Like I ain't gonna lie, it might be kind of hard, but I want to relate my fan base to like how X, his fan base is so fucking strong. Like I never seen nothing like it, and I've been to a lot of people like concerts. I've been to backstages at people's shit. The way that man had control of his fans and like how worldwide he was,
yeah, it was.
like that's the kind of like shit I want to do. But like you know what, I felt like that era of what the music he was making kind of died with him and Juice World.
Right.
So I can't make that kind of music for them, but I can make the like what he was talking about, the realness and like what he was going through, and like his depression and trying to find love and living in the streets. I can relate to that.
No, that's real. And then speaking of that though, because a lot of people, are really taught to really like keep all their feelings inside or not really like express themselves how they want to, in fear of like what other people will think, and then be like and make you vulnerable. Like how important it is to really like just be yourself and really like talk about the things that you're going through, your depression or your like talk about that, bro.
Like that shit, it's kind of hard because you don't want people judging you. That's like always number one. Like I rarely talk about it, and like 2022, I actually took real therapy. Like I had to have therapy to like get through a lot of things that I went through in my life, because it was like where I was getting at in 2022, like the amount of money I was getting, my business is successful, and and I know that I'm finna turn 2023 up. It was just like preparing for it and trying to get my mind wrapped around it was like, are you ready? And I had to take therapy for it, because it was like whenever I would step out or do something, I get lost. Like is this love was real, or is this fake love? Or I don't know. And then like talking to the therapist, I helped me realize like love ain't gonna come from like not that love ain't gonna come from something, but it's just like you'll know when love is real and fake, because you can't really fake it. It's a genuine feeling that like, okay, these people love me and these people don't. And like end of 2022, I wrapped that shit up real quick. So starting 2023, like the people that's around me, they're around me forever. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't change my circle. Right now, I know what we finna do. We gonna get the goal done, and we solid. It might be a little small, but it's solid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hell yeah. Nah, that's some real facts. So like, what is something that you wanna tell your supporters, like, before we really like wrap it up, and like for the people who actually wanna get started with music, like.
I'll say this for my supporters: don't give up, cause like for a long time I did this shit, and then like for like I kind of was finna give up a couple times, but like what pushed me through it is that I knew that everything I was living and what I was rapping was real, and I knew that I loved rap since I was young, like really young, like 8, 9 years old. So I knew that was something that I wanted to do. Like rapping was something I wanted to do. Like I watched Hot Boys and shit coming up, so I always was like, I want to be, big as Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Cause I think he started fucking with them at 9, 12. You know what I'm saying? And that was around the time I got in the streets. Around that age, like I was already doing my thing, and we had to move, because I was going through so much, and it almost cost me my life so young too. Like Lil Wayne, he almost died. Like I had to get like 9 stitches in my face because I had almost died at that age. I had lost a lot of blood through a situation, but it was like I made it through, and all that tough shit that I went through, my mom moved up there, and I was like, you still, you know, I treasure life a little more because I was like, you know what, I don't want to die young. I don't. I ain't want to die young and like seeing X die young. That shit hurt me. That shit hurt me bad. I see a lot of my homies die young, like my homeboy X, he died really young too. And that shit, like, I don't want to see people die young because there's a lot to live for out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for, like, the up-and-coming rappers, stop killing each other. That's all I can say. Like, it's more to live for than just this neighborhood. Because, like, are you unless you plan on owning that neighborhood, fam, or better. Feel like you need to make the neighborhood better. Live to be able to do that. And change the shit that you grew up doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should do. Instead of dying young and can't make a change.
Alright. See, y'all heard it from yourselves, from the man himself. You feel me? Tell them where you can follow, where they can follow you at on your.
You can follow me on Instagram, man. DTH Jug, DTH Jug with 2 G's. And y'all tune in the Black Wave Podcast, man.
Yeah, man. We out.